I'm really proud of our guys. It's been a very, very long, emotional week. And I knew that we were at the end of, as my college coach used to say, an energy cycle. And so I was really worried about this game because I think Gardner-Webb's a pretty good team. We watched them. They didn't play until Thursday. And they played really, really well against Western Kentucky and had a chance to win the game at the end and led for a good part of the game. And when you look at their history, they've beaten Power 5 teams. They've beaten Clemson. They've beaten Georgia Tech. They've beaten Purdue. The last time we had an NCAA tournament, they were in it, and they led Virginia at the half. And, have a couple of guys that were on that team, especially Cornwall. So I was really worried because I knew that my team was a little bit tired, and I knew human nature would be an opponent, this afternoon. I was really proud of how we came out defensively. If you look at the last 6 regular season games that Gardner-Webb has played, counting their game against Western Kentucky, they've shot over 50% from the field. And I thought what we did defensively was big time. We wanted to take them out of their patterns, out of their sets. I thought our ball screen defense was on point. I thought our help side defense was on point, and I thought we did a really good job there. I did not think we were good offensively. We weren't sharp. We weren't strong. We were careless, and that hurt us. We were able to make a push there in the first half and got up 15. And then I thought we kind of played the score a little bit. But again, I'm proud of our guys. For Femi to come in and play the minutes that he played, I thought he did some really, really nice things, especially defensively. Obviously, Justin was amazing once again. I think Pliz just told me he's the first ACC guy since Tim Duncan, a guy that I played against, to have back-to-back 2020 games. That's very, very, very elite company. But a big-time performance by him. And I thought Xavier coming back in the game, and, we played him with 2 fouls, and he did some good things to kind of give us a little bit more separation. So, again, defensively we were good. We got to be better offensively. We will. I'm glad we have a day off tomorrow besides coming in the morning for a COVID test. It'll be good for us to get away from basketball for a moment. And now, as we conclude our non-conference schedule, to start to get ready for ACC play.
Jeff, you talked about being pleased with your defensive effort, particularly early in the game. What did you see that was different about the way you defended tonight, maybe compared to the way you did in the first 4 games?
Well, I thought we defended our butt off against Northwest. So I think the last 2 games, I think we've been really good defensively. I thought we were pretty good against Northern Illinois. Obviously, the first game we weren't, but we've moved on from that. Our focus is on the present. And again, they are a team, Gardner-Webb, that runs really good stuff. And one of the things we wanted to do was just to try to make them uncomfortable, to try to disrupt their rhythm a little bit. And I thought we did a good job of that.
Jeff, what can you say about Abdul Kareem's performance in the paint? He finished really strong. Seemed like he was doing really well defensively, reading the ball screens on top of the points and rebounds.
Yeah, forgive me my earlier statement for not talking about him, because I thought he did some really good things. He's really good with ball screen defense. He can get up there, he can hedge, he can move, and he did a good job. And he rebounded. He had 9 rebounds, battled some foul trouble, was able to make some baskets down there and provide a presence for us down low.
Jeff, what kind of effort does it take to have back-to-back 2020 games and to do it with no fouls?
Yeah, it's big-time effort. I mean, it's the reason why it hadn't been done that much. I think it's been done once here at Pitt by DeJuan Blair. And, we talked about in the ACC. I mean, Duncan, I don't know what year it was. I know he finished in 97. He was my year. So that's a long time. And it's been a lot of great players in this league. And so it's a big-time performance. I'm probably more impressed with the 5 assists by Justin. 5 assists and only 2 turnovers, had 2 blocks. So he's a good player, and he has a chance to be a really good player. Look, we know as we go forward now the competition increases. But, I'm pleased with what he's done since the first game. And hopefully it's something we can build on and continue to get better from.
Jeff, with Justin, he's someone who's only 6'6", and he doesn't have the same kind of big body someone like DeJuan Blair did. Given his size, what makes him such an effective, what makes him such an effective rebounder? Somebody who can put up some of these kind of gaudy figures, despite not being really overpowering physically.
Well, he has a knack for the ball. That's the very first thing. I think any good rebounder, any elite rebounder, that's what they have a knack for the ball. Some of the best rebounders are not the biggest, most physically imposing guys, but he has a knack for the ball. He's a quick jumper, and, he has good length. But I just think the main thing is that he has a nose for the ball, and he's always around the basket.
Jeff, how did you feel about your backup guys in the front court, Terrell Brown and Hugley coming in, both getting, I think, 6 rebounds on the night, just their physical presence and how they played with and without the ball?
Yeah, I thought they did a good job. I thought they did some really good things. For Terrell to get 5 offensive rebounds, he made a big basket for us in the first half against the zone from the foul line. We were struggling to score, obviously, the whole half, but at that moment they had a little bit of momentum, and he had a big-time shot. John did some really good things for us. Was able to finish down low. That kid Reed was a top 100 guy in high school and played really, really well the other night against Charles Bassey from Western Kentucky, who I think is one of the best bigs in the country. So it's a young man in Kareem Reed that we have a lot of respect for. And I thought our guys were really geared up, to play him. And we did a really good job against him, all three of our post guys.
In that game against Western Kentucky, Gardner-Webb had 10 blocks, only 3 tonight. That's been a problem for you guys sometimes in the past around the rim. How impressed are you with your finishing there, especially with some of the troubles you had against Northwestern early in that game?
We can finish better. We still have to continue to work on that. But I thought we attacked. I thought we attacked the basket. I thought that, we attacked. We tried to go through their chest. But that's something we have to continue to do a better job of.
Jeff, you mentioned this being the end of an energy cycle. You're also coming off, a game not that long ago. You played late Wednesday night. I'm sure you didn't get in until early Thursday morning. Is that like an emotional maturity thing, coming back and preparing for this game, kind of short rest, also, being this kind of the last game for a little break ahead?
Yeah, I was worried about it just from the standpoint, it was such an emotional win, and we exerted so much energy in that game against Northwestern. And just the week's been long. Headed out there, on Tuesday, we were delayed. We got in a little bit later. We had a couple of things go on, with players' families on the way out there, just some stuff back home that guys are dealing with that were incredibly emotional. We didn't get back here to the Peak until 4 a.m. As soon as we walked in here, we had the guys come in. We got COVID tested, so it wasn't much we could do on Thursday except for watch tape. Gardner-Webb had not played until Thursday night, and so really we had one day of preparation. And I knew that we were tired, so I tried not to do much, as much banging, as much contact yesterday on Friday. But we got some work in. But I was worried about this. If you look around the league today, you look at Miami, they lose. Carolina was in a battle for a little bit against North Carolina Central. It's this time of year. You're coming off of finals. For us, it's our first game here with no fans. We had some guys that the last 2 games we played, it's the first time they haven't had a parent, like ever, at a game. And so it's an adjustment. And so I was really worried. And so I was very proud of how we were able to come out defensively and take care of business there. And, again, we'll get the offense going.
In your 3 years at Pitt, is this the best you thought about your team this early in the season after only 5 games?
It's only 5. It's hard to tell. Again, I like where we are. I like the fact that we got off the mat, from the first game. That we could have allowed that to affect us. But we got off the mat, and we've gotten better, I think, each game. And so I'm proud of that, and we'll see what happens as we go forward. But I like my team. I think we have a chance to get a lot better. we have to work to earn the right to do that.
Coach Ithiel Horton has put together a couple of rough games back to back. What do you tell him? How do you help him stay engaged and stay focused despite his struggles?
Yep, just to keep playing. Understand who you are. Be ready to shoot the basketball. We believe in you.
Coach, there's a report out that says that the NCAA is going to approve of a blanket waiver by Wednesday. Have you heard that? And what is your thoughts of that with Nike and everything?
Nike sent me that last night. He sent me something from Twitter. I've gotten off of social media. So he sent me a text last night with the link to that. It was reported, I think, by Nicole Arbach. And he sent that with like a big smiley face. And, if that's the case, that'd be great. One of the things that I don't understand is that if it's going to be approved next Wednesday, why not just go ahead and do it? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense for these kids that are out. That could be 2 games that they miss, depending on someone's schedule. But I hope it happens. I hope it happens for Nike and for any other kid that's in the exact same situation, because I think it's the right thing to do. If it happens, we'll be excited. He's a good player. He's worked really hard. I think he'll fit in greatly with us. And if that happens, then we'll figure out the best way to utilize what he does and to help him get better.